The noise continues from outside of the building, and also, from everywhere. And I continue my work on the magnetic container and also the electrolysis container, the improved one. And as I promised, I will create another construction today, a course which will signify an earthquake. And I really, I hope that God will, in the right time, in the right place, which is Israel. The state of Israel will actually, as they say, Mother will come to help me. Not like Hannah David. Like the Earth, Mother Earth, and Gaia, so that it will to give a good shake, a good noise, Rash Adama, like noise of the Earth, and to test, the various programs that like Tamach 38 that I'm supposed to protect from such. The protect building from such events, maybe it should be put to test. So that's my prayer. The noise is unbearable in Israel. It's a weapon that surrounds you all the time. It's very. It's a good opportunity to say if you don't understand what's happening right now, with all those beeps, is that I don't know. Maybe I felt it a lot in the past, but it should be stressed out again. People come from all over Israel, but especially from close cities to where I live. It could be in Shoam or here, doesn't matter. Just with something it's supposed to be smart, wise correct message on their car, like a real car, not pathetic, metaphoric car. They have a truck or a private car that with some kind of a message. It's supposedly a very clever one, and it signifies that enrich my understanding of reality right now. And of course, it's always kind of very elegant threat that is mixed in a most pleasant way with a scent, not more than a scent of a promise as well. So the threat and the scent of a promise, are mixed together. To create a wonderful psychological effects, and many times it's not even a conscious one. It's just it works on the subconscious, like all the things that the Shabbat do. And I need to eat this shit all my life. They are bored. They don't have life. And their hobby is the Gestapo. Is to torture the foreigners. So so they come to my window, but I never. I don't look out. I don't look out of my window because what is there to see? More and more waves of zombies. So they feel disappointed. They bought their wonderful car with the amazing message. And I'm not doing the minimum thing, which is to look outside my window and acknowledge the fact that I'm now threatened, and also have a hint of surprise, of I don't know, of maybe a good thing that will happen if I will just let him rape me and eat me alive. So the feeling, why did you do all the way with this car? And the nice message. So they beep even several times. So I'll do the honor of watching, looking out the window, and I never do. That's you will not believe how ridiculous, how predatory and animalistic the people in Israel are. So regarding noise, I hope that מידה כנגד מידה, הקדוש ברוך הוא, the Lord will summon a good earthquake with the help of my Mother Earth. And maybe it's a good opportunity to say something that I've said many times in the past, dozens of times, for 2 years at least now, and I should say it again because I think it's a good opportunity. If you listen to me, during the last 2 years, you've heard it many times, but because it was a prophecy that, from my point of view, was bound to happen. It was I was sure that it's going to happen, and I was certain that at smaller scales, it already happened. The most the strongest messages that I get, the most the strongest and most substantial divinations that are actually prophecies, are of things that happened both in the past and in the future. Because Israel do not learn. So it's not that we are that God condemns us to live in eternal return. It's not or Nietzschean eternal return or Mircea Eliade. I mean, researchers of mythology. So it's not like that. I mean, God doesn't want us to believe in a loop. But I mean, humankind, and specifically Israelis, I mean, they like to just repeat everything again and again. So I mean, many things, I mean, happen in the past, and they're also, I mean, bound to happen in the future. One of them is what I will say now, and again, it was so strong that I dozens of times I've said it, but I think it's a good, I mean, opportunity to say it again. I'm not going to reiterate the entire like mechanism of how they capture, I mean, their slaves, and they use like, I mean, like a master by delegation. And I spoke about it a lot. I mean, you know, from like a Jewish halacha point of view, and from all from a legal point of view, and I mean, so much stuff that I can't repeat everything. The idea is, I mean, to use like Titan males even without their knowledge, like as a way, I mean, to allude those females, and I mean, and what they do is they tell, I mean, they guide them to take the form of like females that work in the intelligence community here, so they will be their clones, so they will be easier for them, like they will be able to do their job, or I mean, or participate in intelligence operations that, I mean, it's very beneficial for them, like to have like twins, and so it's not like twins because one is synthetic and not biological, but it's a most horrible kind of slavery. So I mean, the message is very clear. It's a certain point, and I think that we've reached it, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be the only person on earth which, I mean, can like act as a male Titan. Of course, the Israelis will expect me to, I mean, like be the master of puppets, and to give the puppets, I mean, to the pedophile and homosexual abusers, and I'm not going to do it for any any amount of money in the world. Even though it's funny to say that, I mean, to think that, I mean, the Israelis, I mean, they would have wanted me to do it, I mean, for free, like, I mean, for no money at all, and to eat from the garbage. There is no, like, I mean, they're so stupid, and like, I mean, bizarrely, I mean, egregiously, I mean, they love money so much that it's amazing, and they like to humiliate people so much. I will never do it. I will never be the master of puppets. Perhaps in the future, and not in Israel. Certainly not in Israel. In another place, maybe another planet, or just another state, possibly China. It's the lawyer. I mean, it's like a trigger. I mean, now I will shut up because I'm triggered by the name of the lawyer. They're so stupid. I mean, everything is magic with these things. Everything is all these magic tricks. So, I mean, they think, I mean, so now you're going to be the master of puppets, and they will return, I mean, if they ran away, you will return them, and anyway, you will command them to, I mean, to be subjected like they have done all their life to their pedophile and homosexual abusers in Israel, and also abroad in the intelligence communities. And I've said, I mean, even for any kind of sum, I will never do it. Never. I will die a million times before I'm going to do it. And maybe in the future, outside of Israel, I will have a romantic relationship with such, I mean, a creature, I mean, a Venusian, Titan female, and I mean, we will have like, it's not your business. I mean, what kind of relationship will it be? If it's going to be like this one or another one, it's I mean, shut the fuck up and get out of my life. It's not your business. But for certain, nothing will happen in Israel, and certainly I will not be like a master by delegation or something like that. No, it's not going to happen. So now I mean, at this situation, we have like a new population of female Titans that are, I mean, free. And so, as I formulated it in the past, and I don't want to repeat myself, they are now in the status of divorced, or their marriage was annulled if, I mean, the Titan that like captured them didn't even know about it, which is a possibility. I know the people, I mean, I was also used as a master by delegation, even though I didn't even know nothing about Titans and Venusians. I mean, it's so amazing, but that's the way that the Israelis manipulated the event. So if it was a situation like that, then the marriage was annulled, and if, I mean, the Titan knew about it and cooperated with the Israelis, it's not me, of course, then, I mean, now they are divorced. How can I mean, like, announce, like, I mean, how can I apply like human, like Homo sapiens categories on like other sentient creatures? And I mean, how can I do it even without ever like even like putting my foot on their planet. I've never been there in my life, not for a second. So the answer is simple. I can do it because I am the messenger of God, and God likes me to do it. And you don't. If you want almost happiness, it's none of your business. Shut the fuck up. And if you're a Titan, female or male, even the male, it's for your. It's up to you to decide. Whether to accept the new definitions or not. So now you're divorced. I am not your master. I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you this. I have a recommendation for you for what I think you should do, or is beneficial for you to do. But it's just a recommendation. Just a recommendation. If you want to hear, so I'll tell you what my recommendation. My recommendation is very simple. You need to run away from Israel, and this is your main priority. If you have children, doesn't matter. What kind of children? If you have children that you see as your children and you love as your children, take the children with you. If not, just leave this place. This is your main priority, and it's above everything else. Leave. And I strongly suggest not to leave to the United States, even if it sounds easier. But you need to remember that the United States were integral in your subjugation and your treatment as slaves. So don't do it. Choose whatever country, but not the United States. I would suggest China. If you have something, connection with Russia is also fine. Not listen to all those crap regarding Putin or not Putin. It's not our business, and it's forget about it. I would say, now you need to think about your life and the livelihood of your species. So I would say China, but Russia. If many people in Israel are, for all sorts of reasons, are connected to Russia, so Russia is also fine, I think. And also Arab countries as well, it's less likely that will actually happen, but I would say not Jordan. But other Arab countries, it's unlikely option, but it's a viable option. Iran is also a viable option, even it's not an Arab country, it's a Muslim country. I really think that China is the best option. So that's your main priority. The second priority, which is very important, is the following. If you have an option that will not put you in danger and will not endanger your escape from Israel, and you can, terminate your former master's command with extreme prejudice, as I once heard, I think by a character that was played by Harrison Ford in Apocalypse Now, with extreme prejudice, then I would say that God will be very happy if it will materialize. It's a very, positive course of events. And of course, it's not instead of leaving Israel, but if you can on the way, use extreme prejudice by terminating your former master's command, then I would say do it without hesitation. And I assure you that God will be very happy about it, and also no one abroad will care. No one. They think that they view all of them as pigs, which it's correct because they are all pigs. And we don't need to think about what people in Israel will think, because this country is going to hell very soon. So yeah, first, priority is to leave Israel, and I would suggest not to the United States. And second priority, if you can do it on the way, to use extreme prejudice in determination of the command of your former master, then do it without hesitation, and don't think about don't have any sentimental prejudice. Even if the master was your former, I understand that most of them are females because of the issue of the clone issue, but it doesn't matter if it's female or male, if it was your colleague or your boss or your, I don't know, your poker buddy. It doesn't matter. Extreme prejudice is the preferred course of action, from the point of view of God. So that's it. And hopefully we will all, not all, we don't have to all meet, but we'll meet some of you in the future, in China, of course.